What up, guys? So today we're going to work on the tilt of the Proteus Maximus. In the last video, we went ahead and removed all the modules in the head, including the focus and the zoom module. And I point that one out specifically because you do have to remove that module before you get to the tilt module. I also suggest that you check out how to remove the framing module just because it makes it a little bit easier. And if it makes it easier, why not? So you can go ahead and fast forward. I know we have the little timestamps at the bottom. So check that out and then come back and then we go ahead and get this tilt module out. The first thing that we're going to do is detach all the cables that are coming from the kind of motor tilt module. We don't want anything getting snagged. So what we're going to do is remove this bracket first so we can see where this line comes from. So now that we got the cover off, it looks like we have 3 cables. This cable right here looks like a power cable and then a 2 cable connector. So from here, we can pull this one. This one reads BJB5, and right here on this PC board, it shows a JB5. So I know it's gonna go connected back into there once you put everything back together. So if we're gonna go ahead and follow the power and then the 2 cable, we're gonna find that it's gonna be back here on this little board. So let me get my flashlight so you get a better look at it. Up here, we have our tilt PC board. And then over here, it looks like we have kind of a board that distributes power and some sort of data. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the 2 cable and the power cable that comes from there. So we're gonna follow this, disconnect that here. And then the 2, which is gonna be a connector back there. So now we have this whole thing released. So the next thing that we wanna do is disconnect everything that's holding this PC board to the rest of the unit. So because this PC board is gonna go with the tilt module, we have to remove the power and the data. So you have the bus cable right here with the red connector, and I got that one. And then we have our power that's kind of back here, and then we can remove that. So now we have our power and then the bus that came from there. And then from this side, we have this cleared. So cable wise, we should be completely clear now. I did previously cut all the zip ties because I already knew what cables we're going to go through. So you might have some zip ties here and there. Just make sure you put them back. Make sure your wiring is nice and clean when we put everything back together. Our next step is going to be to loosen the 4 screws that are holding in the module. So let me get my other camera so you kind of get a better idea. There's 2 screws that are hidden back here. And then you have your other 2 screws that are going to be here and here. So you're going to go ahead and either take your screwdriver or your drill with your Phillips 2. And then we're going to go ahead and loosen those up a little bit. So what we just did was loosen up the screws that kind of holds the tension in the motor. We have the springs that are right here that kind of sets the tension, but the screws hold the tension in. So we're going to leave that right now. And then what we're going to do is start removing the screws that are holding in this module. So what we'll do is we'll start with the smaller screws. We have 2 that's right here. And then on this end, we're going to have this small screw that's holding in the bracket. And after we took off those 3, the next thing are going to be the bigger screws that are holding in the module. You have one right here, and then you have the other one right here. And then on this side, one's right here and the other one's right here. So we're going to start with taking off the bigger screws that are closer to the base. So now you can see that we have a little bit of movement when it comes to the module, so we can tell it's coming loose. I believe the only thing that's holding it in now is going to be the springs that are holding the tension that's in this belt. But if I kind of push on the belt to kind of see the tension, you can see the motor kind of go back and forth. So that's a good sign. So to remove these springs, there's a couple ways you could do it. My favorite way is going to be with a hook. You could also use needle nose pliers. or you could use a combination of both, which you might need. I prefer using the bottom or removing the bottom, but you can remove the top or both, up to you. But I think if I remove the bottom, the top should just stay in place. And so I have a less of a chance of losing everything. And then let's do the other one. So here you can see I loosened this spring, and I don't know if you can see this one, but I loosened this side as well. So now that we have those loose, now we could go ahead and kind of look into this little hole that we have right here. Let me give you a little quick zoom in with my flashlight. And then right there, you can see the belt that's on the gear. So we have enough slack right here where I could just remove this. So I think with my finger, I could probably just take it off the gear. We have to be careful with the encoder wheel just because we don't want it bent, because once you bend it, it's kind of a pain in the butt to kind of try to fix and flatten out. So let me turn on this way so you got a better view. So I was able to get the belt off. Nothing's connected. So here we have our motor tilt module. We have our tilt PC board, which I'll probably go through a little later. And then we also have our encoder wheel, our optical sensor, which the encoder wheel goes through the optical sensor. And then we have our magnetic sensor that has the magnet that's being read on the bigger gear. So you could also remove the motor from here. If you want to, you could go ahead and release these screws completely. And then obviously you're gonna have to remove the encoder wheel with the optical sensor, and then remove these countersunk screws, which would pull out the whole module or pull out the whole motor. And then over here on the unit itself, or on the housing, we have the belt, and you have enough gap on this side that you kind of could just pull it through and then feed it all the way off. And we got our belt. Like always, I hope this helps, and make sure to check out Elation's forums.